Good morning, Indy fans. Douglas Ross, aka Dross MP, the Scottish Tory branch office supervisor, is going to do a Facebook Live session tonight at 7 p.m, obviously on his Facebook page. This is the second one he's done. I tuned into the first and was a bit disappointed. Not in him, I might add. He did his usual deflection and picked easy questions as the Tories do. It was the Indy movement who disappointed me. Some of the insults flying in were truly childish. Now, as much as I understand the temptation to get right in his face and call him a yoon bawbag or whatever, it's nae helpful, nor is it productive, and it actually helps him as he gets to make us look bad. Keep in mind, guys, Dross MP is a shrewd operator. He's a professional politician, he's a football referee. He gets serious pelters thrown at him all the fucking time. And on his last Facebook Live, he got to waste time by commenting on just how moronic some of the insults were, time in which he could have been answering proper questions, and time in which he got to make us look like a bunch of spiteful children. I'm going to ask that if this is your plan, please give it a miss. There are some of us who want to ask the man challenging questions and put him on the spot. So how do we get a pro-Indy question asked? Well, you'll heighten your chances by asking like this. Firstly, concede something in your opening sentence. The Scottish Conservatives were quite correct when they pointed out that almost half of all first wave COVID deaths in Scotland were in care homes, 47% in Scotland versus 30% in England. This is the bait. It leads them into thinking that we're agreeing with them on a point they've tried to batter us with. Secondly, level off in the second sentence. But in the same statistical analysis, it revealed that in the first wave, both countries lost approximately 5% of their respective care home populations, which makes things look a bit more equal, if equally bad. If he bit and he started to read the question when it looked good, he can't back out now. Now in the third sentence, you turn the tables. But if you then flip the first set of statistics over, it also reveals that in the first wave, 53% of Scottish COVID deaths were in the general population versus 70% for England. Now, we can't deny this because it's in the same set of statistics that they used, just looked at differently. Now you ask the tough question. Given that we've statistically proved that in care settings both nations did equally badly, can you answer why Scotland is doing significantly better in keeping the general population alive than England? And what lessons could Boris Johnson learn from Nicola Sturgeon? That last bit's the hook. It's the question that really should have been asked and answered. So typed as one question, it looks like this. The Scottish Conservatives were quite correct when they pointed out that almost half of all first wave COVID deaths in Scotland were in care homes, 47% in Scotland versus 30% in England. But the same statistical analysis revealed that in the first wave, both countries lost approximately 5% of their respective care home populations, which make things look bad, if equally bad. But if you then flip the first set of statistics over, it also reveals that in the first wave, 53% of Scottish COVID deaths were in the general population versus 70% for England. Given that we have statistically proved that in care settings both nations did equally badly, can you answer why Scotland is doing significantly better in keeping the general population alive than England? And what lessons could Boris Johnson learn from Nicola Sturgeon? This is how an effective interview question is asked. And I'd advise anyone who really seriously wants to put him on the spot to spend a bit of time trying to structure their question. Type them out onto a Word document and keep it open on your computer. On these live chat things, they move pretty fast. So when you want to put your question in, copy and paste it in for the Word document. You may have to do this several times for each question, as if thousands log in, it will scroll down very quickly. So please folks, give it a bit of thought. And if you just plan to go on and call him a walloper or similar, please don't. Keep the comment section clear for those of us with serious questions. Cheers. DaviePHD.